Okay. Last one ended up being pretty decent, so let's see what we get next. Konchuu Monster Battle Stadium. Now, I would swear... One moment. Oh, bugs. So, yeah, Bug Battle Stadium. Just did a bug-catching RPG. Now I guess we have bug battling. Name is Nessum. Okay, we can go with Nessum. Yes, we have the traditional hour of story before we can get to any gameplay. I forget which episode it was in now, but there was an episode of Game Center CX where even Arino complained about the amount of dialogue and text and story that comes before almost every single game. Okay, what do we have? Somebody's room. I think that says Jibunno? I guess Jibunno's room. Mushimon Land. So, Bugland, or Bugmon Land. Oh, what's happening? Kenkyujo. Don't know what that is. Koen, the park. Let's go to the park. No, there's nothing going on at the park. Oh, he wants us to go to Mushimon Land. I guess Mushi is more beetle than insect, I think. Let me just double check on that. Mushi... Okay, no, Mushi is just insect. I was talking about ranks and cups and such sort. Stands to reason when we are... Now what's going on? Where'd you want me to go, game? I guess we are going to be hunting for bugs, or maybe this is Professor Oak and he'll be handing us our first choice of bug. He mentioned DNA. Why is DNA being talked about here? Are we creating bug monsters through science? Tensei? Oh no, don't even tell me. Is Ido? Ido means move. This is a command-based adventure game. One moment. What the hell is this called? Konchuu. Come on, where are you? Konchuu Monster Battle. Well, there's Battle Stadium and there's also Battle Master. Whether or not these are the same game... It says Action General, which indicates that this should be more than text adventure game, but if... Oh, right. Like, if we could make it to one bug battle... What? No, not close and save. Give me a damn bug. Let me battle. Okay, we have Kabuto and, was it Kabuto helmet? Or is that a type of bug? No, Kabuto means helmet, so I guess it's some kind of helmet bug. So, Kabuto eggs and Kuwagata. I guess that's another kind of beetle. Yeah, I think those are both types of beetles. But we can't do the things with them. We can swap them around, but I'm a bit lost and about ready to give up on this because things happening. There are none. I know I shouldn't be giving up on things so fast, but you know, I should be trying to actually do all the things I can do. But now what's going on? What am I answering? Okay, so I guess this is the tutorial area, which is explaining each of the different things. And I keep clicking the same ones over again. No, it is 100% menu-based action, so yeah, we're done here. So, just before Lexi rolled up the bug game, it had rolled up Super Duper Sumos, but the screen region was off, so I kind of tossed it. But because the bug game was not really much of a game at all, we're gonna go right into this and not care about the fact that we don't have the Lexi selection screen for it. Let's see, game options. What do we have? Difficulty, normal, player lives. Yeah, I'll take all the lives. Oh, no. Well, not that there's anything to clear at this point anyway, but... Okay, we have Booma, Mamu, and Chemo. I am torn, they all look like good choices. Well, since it mentioned the incredible world of Deke, I'm assuming that this is based on a television show, and will probably be a side-scroller, like a platformer. Let's go with Chemo. Hey guys, it's a beautiful day out today. We should head out to the forest while it's, clicked too fast. Still nice. I agree, communing with nature is most honorable. Yeah, and think about all the food we can bring with us for a picnic. So I see we have very... Oh, well then. Jumping right into a beat-em-up. I guess that does make more sense. Why are dishonorable thugs defiling the forest? I'm surrounded by morons. Great first line for any villain character. Give me one good reason why I should fire you both and replace you with stupid monkeys. Well, actually, Mister, I've got an idea. There's a plot of land in a nearby forest that would be perfect for a foul-smelling chemical factory. Wow, so we've got very 80s traits going on. Very 80s... The hell's the word I'm looking for? Like a feeling, a general atmosphere of very, very black and white, bad guys and good guys. Fine, what about you, Dr. Stinger? I've been working on an improved dinosaur robot. It could guard the factory against intruders. Good, make all that our #1 priority for now. Right, yes ma'am. It is my honorable duty to clear the forest of evil with the power of fat. I could so see this being right out of the 80s, like toy tie-ins, you know, amazing animation for the title screen, tying into less than stellar animation for the actual... Oh hey, Mouse gave us a wall of text explaining everything. Yeah, okay, we'll just... We save stated, so I'll load the save state after this little spiel. The main plot for the series was for crime-fighting sumo wrestlers to go on an adventure and fight using their buttocks. There were 3 sumo wrestlers called Booma, Chemo, and Mamu. It was aired from 2002 to 2003 on Nickelodeon. Interesting. Later reran, blah blah blah. There was a video game on the Game Boy Advance. A PS2 game was planned, however it was cancelled. The typical episode consisted of Bad Ink trying to destroy Generic City by numerously themed ways, although almost all of the plans involved giant monsters. the head of Bad Inc., Ms. Mister, usually assigned the in-house mad scientist Stinger to create these evil monsters. At the end of each episode, Ms. Mister fires Stingers for failing to create an unstoppable monster, although he always appears employed in the next episode and is never actually fired. Every episode contained gratuitous use of the word "but." I could so see this being an 80s cartoon show. It fits in so well. I could see this right along, like, Captain Planet, or I don't know, what else? Centurions, of course G.I. Joe, or Thundercats, or Transformers. What's that other one? The thing with the Underworlders, or, you know, the one creature's power is, like, swallowing things and digesting them, and yeah, Biker Mice from Mars, so I think that was... Oh, so that's a thing. That is, in fact, an awesome thing. I remember that, James Rolfe did a short special on this one I'm thinking of. It's sort of like went super all out on gross out action. Like, one of the creatures was some sort of undead monster. It was very, very short. I think it had like one 13-episode long season. Also, the health meter is a giant 6-foot sub. I don't... It certainly is nifty. Those monsters I was describing, those were the main good guys. And since we're at a short cutscene here, I can take a break and find the name of this old show. Okay, so the cartoon I was looking for is called Inhumanoids. Google that thing, it is the epitome of 80s awesome. As I recall, the most honorable wisdom San spoke of lightning-quick enemies. Some opponents you'll face won't sit still. On these special occasions, you surprise them with an attack from above. Press A button to leap into the air, and press B to hit jump attack. Spend a few minutes now to practice. No thanks, I can jump attack quite alright. These vile insects are in for a most honorable beating. I am rather enjoying the fact that these attack animations are proper sumo attacks. You know, the palm slapping and everything. Screw you, Val. Of course, I'm not sure why jumping and attacking is supposed to work better on flying enemies. Okay, that works well. And we did get these enemies before, but I did not comment on them at the time. We have walking gigantic fish. Ooh, big one. Very nice. You know, I would swear I remember there being some other sumo show besides this one. I think it was on Cartoon Network, but now I'm not entirely certain.
Wonderful Thunderball!
It is most dishonorable to abuse nature in this manner. I must show them the error of their ways. And of course by that I mean beat up a lot more random thugs and bees and fish. And giant monster bunny rabbits. How appropriate. Where is Satsui when things like this are going down? And we actually are having a forum game. Most people are familiar with the forum game Werewolf, or Mafia. We are doing a variation which is Were-Bunnies. We're already on our second game because the first one was kind of poorly planned. We only had 8 players, 2 of them were Were-Bunnies, and so by day 2, I was one of the Were-Bunnies and another one was a girl who frequents the forums named the Flaming Schnitzel. And the 2 of us won on day 2, and nobody even really suspected us. You know, they had some suspicions, but no real proof. And they didn't get the tracker on us, and nobody ever really voted for us in a vote that stuck. Like, one guy voted against me, and then later changed his vote. Ooh, exploding barrel. Interesting. Not quite what I expected to do with the flaming barrel there, but hey, it works. Well, you don't really need to go to Sid's forum much anymore. The place is basically getting very close to dead, and I don't think it can be helped at this point. And even after Sid posted his new article, still has not picked up very much. Oh hey, the R button is the run button. What can we do? We can't do a running jump, we can't do a running attack. It's just for running. And there is no pause menu, just a pause screen. So, a little bit disappointed now in that this palm slap seems to be our only attack beyond the spaz out and fly around the screen attack. Oh, let's try it. No, that does not seem to be a thing. There never seem to be any, you know, easily or obviously marked endings of areas. It's all just suddenly you're in a different place. Okay, interesting. Okay, so what happens if I get all wrapped up? Not much, I just lose a tiny amount of health. Nothing further comes of it. I would have to say that the bees are more deadly than this boss is. Also gonna have to say that this will probably be it for this game. It's kind of nifty, but the repetitiveness has already set in. It's not that good of a beat 'em up. because this is our only attack. All we have is palm slap. You know, in sumo wrestling there are any of dozens of moves that they can use on each other, all varying different attacks, and they only chose to implement the face slap. It's kind of a letdown. And I don't know, maybe the face slap is the only thing they ever did on the show, but somehow I kinda doubt that. I can only imagine that they did a lot more, given that the series ran for a whole year. Or at least ran from one year to the next, not necessarily for a whole year. Well, even if we do switch to one of the other fighters, they would only have their single attack combo themselves, even if it is something different, so now that the path is clear, that most dishonorable factory will feel my wrath. So I guess episode 2 will be in the factory. Nope, episode 2 is not in the factory. We just get a cutscene of the factory being destroyed. You incompetent idiots. That plan was a complete disaster. But Mister, it wasn't our fault. You see the sumos say, Sumo, sumo, sumos. It's long past time we did something about them. BS? Children mode swearing? Ah, yes, Mister? Okay, I guess his name is BS? Come up with 5 new plans, make sure they're all designed to ruin the sumos. Yes, ma'am. What about me, Mister? Start creating an army of mutants and robots. Yes, ma'am. Let's see how well they do when they have the full power of bad ink leveled at them. Their finished and generic city isn't far behind. BS, give me evil laughter number 243. Ah, yes, ma'am. Ahem. Wee. Oh, BH. Okay. So, snack time. Press the A button to gobble down as much food as you can reach, but watch out for the peppers. Well, that sure is a thing. Okay, so not bad on the minigame. Generic city on ice. Okay, and that is where we will leave off. This has been Super Duper Sumos. It sure as hell has been better than that bug game.